Hello and welcome. What we're going to be looking at in this video today is we're going to be looking at common mistakes that a lot of students will make in their essay writing. And what we're going to go through is trying to go through all those mistakes to try and make sure that you don't make the same ones in your essay writing. Okay, so, and most of these are very easily remedied as well. So I'm not going to go so much into things like grammar and spelling so much, because those are things which will take practice and really effort on your half to eliminate from your writing. It requires a lot of practice and a lot of writing particularly to ensure that you can get out of the habit of doing those things. What we'll go through is just some simple solutions to the ones that are easily remedied, and to go through some strategies to make sure that you have the right kind of mindset for writing an essay. Okay, so the first mistake that quite often I see is informal writing. In an essay, it is inappropriate virtually at all times to write in informal. And the main reason for this is that informal terms are often indefinite, which means it's assumed knowledge or assumed meaning, which means that a lot of informal writing refers to things like cultural language, which is all well and good if you are speaking to someone here. But if you're speaking to someone overseas who doesn't quite understand the way that we talk, it's very, very difficult for them to pick up what it is you're talking about. Or it goes into sorts of vague details, which you often do when you're speaking conversation, and doesn't really talk about things specifically, which could make your argument a lot better anyway. So for instance, writing, "or that's just the way it goes," that doesn't really have any specific meaning. So you need to actually replace that with some sort of specific detail and go, okay, well, what does that mean? I mean, if I read that and go, "That's just the way it goes," what goes? By finding more specific details that you can use, as in you talk about a language technique or you talk about a reason which is developed in a text, then you're actually going into much more detail than just simply saying, "Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's all right." So really just try and think about having some more specific details, using things what's called the Queen's English, which means English by all of its rules and by all of the ways that you see written in academic language and in textbooks. So if you have a look at your textbooks for your different subjects, most of those will be written in formal English. And the reason for that is not just so they can be proper school books, but because of the fact that it gives you specific information, which means that you can refer to them and you can use those books as a resource rather than something that someone's just said, which is mostly true, but it has these little vague points which are very hard to get. So by writing in that sort of style, you're making sure that everyone can understand everything that you're writing is true. The way that you're putting your answer together is airtight and it's much stronger.